Hi everyone, my name is Michael, and welcome to Preferably with Castles, my project for talking about medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque art and architecture, and places I have visited and would like to visit. Right now, it centers primarily on YouTube, TikTok, and Tumblr. So with TikTok, I'll do short-form compilation videos. With YouTube, I'm probably going to stick to TikTok reactions for a while just because it's something I know I can do. And it gives me a way to talk about these places, especially if I haven't been to them. Because licensing video or getting permissions or doing AI generated video are not easily viable options. AI generated video still depends on the actual video existing or it can't create anything. Licensing a bunch of video just to do my own compilations would be prohibitively expensive, especially if I want to do more than one of these a week. And time-wise, asking for a bunch of permissions to cut together other creators' works to make something I could use, they may say no, they may not communicate back. And even if I get all my permissions, I'm still stuck with the video that somebody else shot, which may or may not work exactly the way I wanted to. So, for now, the best way to get video that I can talk about that says, here's this place I want to show you today, is to react to TikToks. And then on TikTok itself, for me, I'll just do as many compilation videos as I can, which will probably be slideshows for the foreseeable future until something changes. And then on Tumblr, I will do actual blog posts. I've done about 5 of these so far that list, if you go to these places, what you can expect to see, what else is there to do in the area, if you take a day trip, what's close by, where would you stay, where would you eat, that kind of thing. So just some general information for somebody who might want to go, in this case, to Gravensteen Castle in Gent, Belgium. We've been here twice, my family. I went with my wife on our honeymoon, and then a couple years later, we went with our son, who's now 4. Now, what we're going to do today, I have 6 TikToks picked out that, for all of the creators, I have liked and reposted and followed the creator. And I will tell you who they are, so please go check these people out. If you happen on this video and you're interested in Gravensteen, well, these are people who've been there as well, and they've been to other places, so, you know, probably have some things that are worth checking out. So let's get started. I have 6 picked out for now. Let's see. Now, my general rule of thumb is if there's a voiceover, I will play the audio. If there's not, I won't play it just because it's all copyrighted music, generally speaking. So let's just avoid that headache. So let's get started here. This user is A Jewel Wanders. This TikTok has 787 likes, and every one of these, every TikTok I chose has thousands. Some had tens of thousands of views. This is a sweeping panoramic view of the city from the roof of the castle. Sweeps one way, then sweeps the other way. Really beautiful town. I love Gent. I would love to go there every year if we could. It's a beautiful place. 11-second video with thousands of views. Our next TikTok, this is by Ralph Geronimo. This is just another pano of the castle, 250 likes and thousands of views. This one was cut to electro swing music, so we are not going to listen to it, but here is the video. And there's 2 cuts here. There's this one, and then this one, and I think this was some sort of cap cut challenge. I'm not completely sure what this was for, but beautiful castle, and I wanted to see what the TikTok was. Now this is probably my favorite TikTok for actually showing off the grounds and seeing what is here. This is by Daniela Cubo, 294 likes. Let's take a look. Walking along the exterior castle wall. Again, walking back along the wall, and here's this wonderful tree. This video was shot in April, so this tree was in bloom. When we were here, July or August, so no blooming trees then. This is really pretty. Reminds me of the Godwood tree in Game of Thrones. You can see it's lush green, beautiful grounds. And here is a view from the window looking out at the town. I've taken this exact shot Here is the museum space on the interior of the castle in the Great Hall. They have arms and armor and some other things. Here's a view from the roof. And here's a view from the roof looking down at the river. You see a tour boat. And if you look, these houses, a lot of them have back stairs leading to a dock landing where a rowboat can come up and take people down the river. Really wonderful. I'd love to be able to live in a house that was on a canal in front of a castle. Another rooftop view of Gent. And here's more interior shots of the museum space, these halberds. Here's a spiral staircase. If you see these castles, you think, oh, those turrets look really neat. I'd love to walk up to the top. These spiral staircases can be sketchy. And it's even sketchier if you're carrying a 2-year-old, so be careful when you're on them. Here's the Great Hall again. This room, I think, is actually the throne room. I believe the throne is right here. I've got a picture of my son sitting on it. It might be on the other side of the room. It's hard to tell in this image if that's actually it or not. Another view inside, and this is the stairway leading out into the courtyard and back to the front of the building, to the exit. Really nice compilation there. That's, of the TikToks I've seen, that's probably the best one for getting a sense of what the castle looks like. Okay, this is another brief cut together of the castle. Here's the... okay, this is just a lot of exterior shots from the river. He's either on the bridge or jumped down onto the ground there. There's the commuter train that goes in front of the castle, which is kind of funny. They have, you know, a centuries-old building with a commuter train that goes right up to the front door. Nice and convenient. Okay, we're on the river looking at the castle again. And this is just a single sweeping pano of the castle, 254 likes. From the bridge there, you see they're on the bridge on the street. Okay, now this is an actual, this is a person talking about an incident at the castle in 1949, the beer protest when they rose the prices. So let's see what he has to say.
So I found something out funny for the Belgians. There's this castle called Gravensteen, and apparently every single year they dump beer on each other. And this comes from a tradition because in 1949 the price of beer got raised up by a single franc, and a whole bunch of college kids got angry and started throwing fruit at the police.
I could see that the audio was playing through to the desktop, but I couldn't hear it here, so what he was saying about the student protest, it's kind of interesting that in 1949 they rose the price of beer by a franc. This is before the euro, and students took over the castle and had a protest and sprayed graffiti and threw smoke bombs and apparently threw fruit at the cops, but they were not prosecuted. And every year apparently they, in commemoration of that, students throw beer on each other. Now to finish out, I'm going to we'll look at my little compilation here of Gravensteen. And if you want to hear the audio, then please go to TikTok and watch the video at PreferablyWithCasles. This is what my TikTok looks like. Let's get the right view here. There we go. And let's take a look. So this is cut with music of Guillaume de Machaut. Here's the front of the castle gate. Here are the turrets from the river. Here's pulling out from that same window shot. And again at the river in the evening, and then finally coming down to the castle courtyard. I assume that's a drone shot because I don't know what building would be right there that would be tall enough to get that image. That is my own little contribution to looking at Gravensteen. So we have our reactions here on YouTube, and then my short form stuff will be on TikTok, and then the blog posts about travel will be on Tumblr. So if you get a chance, go over and take a look, or if you're going to Gravensteen, take a look at the information, see if it's helpful, and if you have suggestions, please let me know. Until next time, I hope all your travels are happy, healthy, safe, and preferably with castles.